Well, good morning. Or afternoon or something. It's sometime in the afternoon. It's like 10 and something. It's 10 some, it's almost 11. It's on a Monday. I'm looking at my phone because I'm texting back and forth with a couple buddies of mine because I may have picked up a 56 Chevy two-door post that's rotten for parts that my buddy George had a while ago that I gave to a kid that had a 57. George gave it to me, I gave it to a kid. The kid's fixing the 57, used some parts off of it, doesn't need it anymore. He gave it back to me and I'm giving it back to George, and we're going to strip it of the parts that we need because now George has another 56. And I'm getting another stock front seat, bench, and maybe a cast iron T10, I don't know. It has a posi, I don't know what's going on. Life's a blur. But right now, today, this very moment, I can't believe it's this moment. Let me think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this stuff, mic, so you can hear me talk. And this is gonna be, we're gonna bid this adieu. It's gonna stay here. I'm going over my buddy Don's because he's got a really cool, I'm talking a badass, pardon my French, 36 Ford pickup, full fendered, black. I think the motor's really close to 550, 575 horse. It's a really hot stroker small block, and I think he got a blower, but that's not what we're doing today. We're gonna change out his open carrier. When you see the truck, you realize why we're putting a posi in. Every vehicle should have a blower and a posi at the minimum, and I wish they all had 4 speeds. So 2 doors only for the world. 2 doors, 4 speeds, posi traction, and if possible, a supercharger with a V8. That, to me, that's like listening to ZZ Top. Like a lot of the really good blues stuff. Like, to me, that's just music. Maybe some Chuck Berry or, good stuff. Anyway, bye-bye 57. Off. Oh, you know what I need? I need my magnetic dial indicator. The same one I used on my 9-inch, which I fought with, and you saw me play with that. Over here in my box of tricks. I don't need the tap and die set. I need this ancient central toolkit. What's that? I'll tell you about it later. This is what we want right here. This thing. Are all the pieces in here? They are. Because that's all I need, really. Potentially Bertha here. Me and old 1,200 foot-pounds Bertha, or 1,400 foot-pounds, or whatever this thing is. Yeah. That's how you take off. I can actually crush a sleeve with this, but I'm not going to be crushing a sleeve. Keeping the same rear end ratio, just changing to a clutch style posi. Because ironically, Eaton, my favorite differential maker, does not make a squint in one eye because I welded for a long time and I had a cracked lens like right here, and the flash would come in through the crack, and I got flash burn really bad in that eye a lot. That was way years ago. But anyway, I'm driving my mommy's car because I don't have a vehicle and mom's out of town. Yes, she knows, my mother knows that don't look, Mom, don't look, it's a mess, don't look. My mother knows that I drive her car. It doesn't sit on the other side of the island and get broken into. It sat for so long I had a bad battery. Back in the garage. Christmas tree, 57. Surfboard. Hat, wallet. Solid motor mount from Rosso, 4-speed. Oh yeah, this stuff that I need. Get off of here. This is all my junk. Vanilla tea. I love it. It's vanilla. It's tea from vanilla with vanilla, and I make it myself. I brew it myself. It comes in a big bag, and I put it in a screen and I soak it. And I make tea, and I put a little like oat milk in there. Not goat, oat. And a small amount of maple syrup, like a tiny amount of maple syrup. Sometimes cinnamon. There you have it. trying to think what else I'm doing today. That's it. I was saying Eaton, favorite differential manufacturer, does not make a true track. That fancy helical geared posi that I love to run. Way better than a clutch posi. I love to run those in cars because they feel like an open diff. Yes, I know. Ding, ding, ding. They feel like an open differential, but they're not. And they have helical gears that bind, and then they lock up, and there's no, like, what do you call it? Friction material to go bad. It's the same all the time. Yes, I know, I get it. Yes, ding, ding, ding. Okay. In the car. It's hot here. I'm turning the AC. What's wrong with you people? Okay. It's 10:58 according to this car, which is a lie. Haleakala. Mommy Solera. Here we go. On our way to Dawn's house, but she lives like a long, long way from me. Don't hit the fence. Oh. One-handed driving. It's a good thing I don't have a manual transmission. Anybody coming that way? No? No? Okay, we go. This is my neighborhood. I live up in a town called Makawao. It's a beautiful little town. No, nobody's coming. Here we go. Oh, there's a dog. No. There we go. Oh, seatbelt. Fine, I'll put it on. Quit yelling at me. Merry Christmas. Super cute. This guy up here in the corner has a really sick 57 Chevy and a 44 coupe, and I think a V8 280Z or 260Z or something. Klama School, that's where I live. This is Makani Road. I think the elevation, for those of you wanting to know, is around 3,000 feet up the side of the volcano. Super fun. Now, when the 57 is done, this is what we'll be doing all the time. The camera will be attached probably on the roll bar hanging behind my head, like right here, so you can see me shift. And I'll be like, what's up, y'all? And it'll be, you know, we'll be driving around looking at really pretty flowers and all sorts of fun stuff. We're going that way. Opposite of where she's going. Or he's going, or whoever we're going. That way is to Makawao town. This way is to... I'll probably make another video later if my buddy Jeff will let me, because he's not real big on cameras, but he's got a beautiful 55 Chevy with a MSD ignition. Or fuel injection. We're gonna get that thing going. It hasn't run in years, and it's beautiful. He lives right down this driveway right there. Jeff's house is back there, and we're gonna go to Jeff's house and get it running. I've got a few things to wire up on his Tremec 6-speed, and I have to hook like a neutral safety switch. And here we are, going to Don's house. So watch out. Here we are, Don's house. We're pulling in park right here and block this guy in so he can't get out. Don's house. Alright, kids, see you in just a second. It's gonna be a long video. Hi, kids. Okay, so here we are. No, that's not going on this. This is off of this is a blower intake, and this blower is off of a real Z01 427 all aluminum V8 with a bunch of fun stuff that was on a car featured in Hot Rod magazine that I had the cut the pictures of it off and stuck it on my wall when I was a kid. I'll never forget that car. It was a 34 Ford Coupe. Beautiful, full fendered, red, tubbed. When Pro Street was really cool, and it had a Z01, which I was into muscle cars, and it just didn't make sense. It was the first one I ever seen with a muscle car motor in a really cool, like, ZZ Top car. So that kind of messed me up as a kid. So it's all my friend's fault for having that. This, oh yeah, let's just take in the glass. So Don does glass etching. That's Don. Hi, Don. That was a shocker. Okay, so look at this. This is amazing. The detail on this is incredible. And it's lit up in a Ford truck with a real pirate's chest. Look at this. LEDs. But this is the reason why everybody needs pause traction. How much horse is this?
About 525.
525.
But it's a 2,700 pound truck, so
yeah.
I think more.
I mean, look at it. It's a 2,700 pound truck. Like, it needs to be really sketchy. One wheel is keeping it from being sketchy on the road. Now it's going to have two wheels and be really sketchy on the road, which is, I mean, what else is there for it? Right? So this would be crazy. Oh yeah, look at this thing. Wow. Don, this is, when did you do the doors?
The wood is monkey pod.
Monkey pod. When did you do that?
A while ago. I'm going to redo the flame, so I did a really crappy job on that.
That's a great idea.
That's my hat. That's just a cowboy hat holder.
I know, but you know what? Falfa or whatever in American Graffiti? That's what he should have had for his 55.
Yeah.
That'd have been awesome. Are those pro car seats?
Yeah.
Wow. I've driven this thing. It is an animal. So here's what's going on. We have a 10 bolt. Actually, it's 8.2. You can tell because it doesn't have here education. 8.2. Non C-clips, right? Is there C-clips in there? I don't believe. Is there C-clips in this differential? Okay, so 8.2s, they're different than the 8.5, which is what was standard in most like the later 10 bolts. 8.2 is early. And they don't have, so 8.5s have like a little ear right here. You can always tell. 8.5. 8.2s do not. And although I'm thrown off by this having C-clips, because 8.2s generally the axle slides in and is bolted over here and doesn't have C-clips. And this has C-clips. So now I'm curious what this rear end really is. Interesting. Time to do some investigation. I'll be back in just a second. I figured it out. Chevelle. Okay, so the ones I'm thinking of, the 8.2s I'm thinking of, were the Buick Pontiac ones that didn't have the C-clips. Those of you guys that already knew that were probably screaming it at the camera or your TV or computer screen are correct. Don says this is out of a 66 Chevelle, which makes sense because I think the regular 10 bolt 8.5 came out in 68, 67. I don't know. Anyway, this spider gears, which makes for boring one tire frying. We're gonna put a posi in it with clutches, and then this is gonna be really sketchy. What gear ratio is this? Do you know?
340.
Oh, perfect. 3/4. So this will be a cruiser that can do donuts anytime he wants. That's what we're gonna do is film this. Let's get ready. Let's go at it. All right, kids, we're back. So here it is, posi traction. Clutches. Here, let's turn it. Well, anyway, that's what it's gonna look like. This is the carrier. The ring gear is going to go on this. Clutches. TA performance cover. Adjustable so the main caps don't bend so it doesn't flex. This is great for drag racing, which you're not doing any drag racing.
Or never.
Uh-huh. Right. Never. Oh, by the way, this truck, Don, that if you're wondering about this, that's a legitimate 140-year-old suitcase trunk thing. This truck is a 37 with a 35 grill, so in my Cro-Magnon brain, that equals 36. It's an average. But yeah, this thing is, the GoPro's working, and we're going underneath here to have a good time. First thing we're going to check is backlash. Not the kind of stuff you get from your wife when you buy too many parts. Or your credit card. Or whatever, not that kind of stuff. Where's the differential? Where is it? It's over here. Get up there. Can you see? Can you see the differential? Up there. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright. Got my mic in. I'm getting my dial indicator. Let's set this thing up. You guys remember last time I set this up? It was really funny because it took forever for me to do anything. Oh, yeah, okay. Make sure this is steel. It is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just putting this together. Hope I'm doing this right. Feels right. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. What are we looking for here? We're going to go on the back of this tooth. Do you know what your backlash is by chance, Don? Probably not. Okay, what we're wanting to know is what the difference is between your ring gear and your pinion gear. Man. So what we do is we just rock it back and forth with the pinion still, and that tells us what our backlash is. So when we set it back in, we know where it was. Yeah, essentially. So I'm gonna have to look around on this side. Let you guys watch. Let's see if we can see what this is. Okay, I need to set this at 0-ish. Where's my 0? 0, 0, 0, 0. Somewhere there. Okay. You guys see what I'm doing here? Backlash. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna rock this. If I can rock it without knocking stuff off. Looks like about, well, that's about 1 thou, half a thou, to about 7. At the maximum, we're at 8 thousandths. Perfect. That's what we want. So I'm going to pull these carrier gears out, pull the carrier bearing off, pry this thing out, swap a ring and pinion. It's already got bearings on another carrier. You saw that, right? No? Yeah? No? Okay. Slide back around like I'm doing, like it's the 80s or whatever I'm doing. What do they call that? Breakdancing. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys can still see this. It looks like you should be able to. Okay, 7, almost 8,000, which is perfect. Back in the box. All right. I think these are 5/8, Don. 5/8. And yeah, I need like a 1/2-inch drive so I can use my, so Bertha can come out and play and we can bust that thing out. I need like a couple big pry bars, or a real dedicated pry bar.
I have a pry bar, but it's not a long one.
Doesn't have to be super long, it's enough for me to get it out. It's how long? No, I need a 1/2-inch drive.
I got 1/2 inch here.
I know I got an impact gun. I'm just gonna buzz them out.
What size socket you need?
5/8. 5/8. Come here, Bertha. Oh yeah. We want 1, 2, or 3. How much battery you got? Ooh, full. Watch out now. Watch out. Buzz these off. You know what? I'm gonna need your ratchet because we're gonna be fighting the top ones.
I do have an impact socket I can put on there too. If you need.
Let's see. Oh, wow. I don't think they torqued these on. Oh, that one is. Oh yeah. Okay, that feels good. Oh, that's all right. It happens. Stuff falls over. All right.
Yeah, the bolts on the diff covers
We're.
hardly on there at all either.
It wasn't leaking though, was it?
No, it wasn't. Surprisingly.
Do you have a small mallet? Like a brass hammer?
I don't have a brass hammer.
That's all right. A small one will work.
I've got a rubber mallet.
You know what I do need? I need a. Can you put that in? Can you pop it in neutral real quick? I gotta pop the center pin out. So there's a center pin in here that I gotta pop out of here. Can you guys see any of this? So there's a center pin and the differential right here. I gotta take it out so I can pull this center pin, push the axles in, pop the C clips out, and you know, Bob's your uncle. Can you see? I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing up here. I feel like you kind of can. Move the camera. Okay. If I'd quit moving the camera, you could definitely see it. All right. You already set. You got a hammer? Oh, it's in neutral right now, right?
What kind of hammer you want? I don't have a brass hammer.
That's right. It's in neutral? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep, we're okay.
Yep, we're good. And then that's probably good. We'll be fine there. And then I need like a either 1/2-inch wrench or 3/8. I'm gonna need a socket probably.
So what?
1/2-inch socket for like the bolt size on like a 3/8 with a 3-inch extension. Let's see, will that fit in there? Do you have a 3/8 drive one? And a 3/8 and a 3-inch extension. I gotta pull this pin.
How long an extension?
Like 3-inch. Oh wow. Wow, this cap was not on there very tight at all. Okay, perfect. And another rag if you have it. I'm gonna set parts out down here. Thank you. Okay, let's get this center pin out here, shall we? Wow. All right, that was the easiest center pin. Like that thing, I don't think that wasn't even hand tight. That was like finger tight.
So it was ready to remove itself.
No, I don't think it was ready to remove itself. But, I mean, let's just say this rear end wasn't abused.
I tried.
I know. I mean, I can smell the 90 weight. It's kind of burnt. But I'm just saying, I don't think any kids got in there and like welded the spider gears together or really beat on it. Well, actually, this pin might be bent slightly, so maybe you did abuse it. You might have abused it a little. All right. Okay, pin's out. See that pin? I like to stick my finger in the top up here and push this thing up. Yeah. And roll this thing back around. Twist the drive shaft, roll it back around. Okay, here we go. Up in top. Come on. Can't really grab it. There we go. Got it. Center pin. This pin goes through the carrier and sticks in that thing right there. We'll keep those together. Spin this thing back around. Slide this axle in. Boom. Slide that axle out. Slide the axle out a bit. Good. Slide this axle in on this side. You see this pin come out? There, center, that's a C-clip. Axle goes back out that way. Fun. Grease on the ground. From my fingerprints. And my butt. Okay, so this carrier is technically ready to come out. That is a C-clip. And this is a C-clip for the other side. Yay, fun. Bearings. That's a shim. There'll be one under this cap too. The pattern's pretty good on this. Okay. That cap goes on that side. Like that. Always keep it organized on your rag where it goes. Okay. This is the fun part. That thing looks like it should just fall out of there, right? Well, not yet, not completely. Sort of will. Okay, where's that screwdriver or pry bar?
Pry bar?
Yeah. There we go. That's all I need right there. All right, so she's out. this is gonna be interesting. How do I get this out with this cross member right here? Your answer is, I don't know. That's a good question. Like that. That's how. Wow, that was really fun. I did not want to come out. I did not want to come out. Okay. It's going to be off to the bench.